Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for millions of people: type 2 diabetes. If you're tired of the constant battle and want to discover a sustainable path to better health, this video is your ray of hope. Type 2 diabetes might feel like an insurmountable challenge, but we're about to explore 3 powerful tools that can help you regain control of your health: the keto diet, intermittent fasting, and exercise. Before we dive deep into this transformative journey, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss the game-changing health insights coming your way. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic condition where your body becomes resistant to insulin, leading to high blood sugar and insulin levels. But here's the good news: you can take back control. The journey begins with knowledge, and I am here to guide you every step of the way. I am not a doctor, but I know diabetes very well, as I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 32 years ago. This video is based on my journey and struggles with this awful disease. At the beginning, metformin was prescribed, and it worked very well in stabilizing my glucose levels, but only for a while. Then a new medication was prescribed, and another, until I was told by my doctor in December 2022 that I would need to go on insulin as nothing was working. I declined, and that is when my research started to discover a different way to gain control without insulin injections. My research led me to the 3 most powerful tools to combat diabetes, and in 6 short months I went from A1C of 9 to 6.5, and most importantly, I eliminated all diabetic medications. 1. Keto diet. Started my journey on January 2, 2023. One of the best tools to control diabetes is the ketogenic or keto diet. Is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate eating plan designed to induce a state of ketosis in the body. Ketosis is a metabolic state in which the body primarily uses fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. To understand the science behind the keto diet, it's important to know how the body normally processes carbohydrates and fats for energy. Normal carbohydrate metabolism. When you consume carbohydrates, such as bread, pasta, or sugar, your body breaks them down into glucose, a type of sugar, which enters the bloodstream. The hormone insulin is released by the pancreas to help transport glucose from the blood into cells, where it's used for energy or stored as glycogen in the liver and muscles. The body primarily relies on glucose for energy, especially the brain, which typically requires a steady supply of glucose to function. Ketogenic diet and ketosis. The keto diet drastically reduces carbohydrate intake, usually to less than 50 grams per day, which is much lower than the recommended daily intake. In the absence of sufficient carbohydrates, the body needs an alternative source of energy. This is where the keto diet comes into play. When carbohydrate intake is low, the liver begins to convert stored fat into molecules called ketones. Ketones can be used by most cells in the body, including the brain, as an alternative energy source. Achieving ketosis typically takes a few days to a week, depending on individual factors like activity level and carbohydrate intake. Once in ketosis, the body relies primarily on fat and ketones for energy, and this can lead to weight loss because the body is using stored fat for fuel. Macronutrient ratios. A typical keto diet consists of about 70 to 75% of daily calories from fat, 20 to 25% from protein, and 5 to 10% from carbohydrates. The high fat intake is crucial to provide the body with a sufficient source of energy and to stimulate ketone production. Protein intake is moderate to help maintain muscle mass while still keeping overall carbohydrate intake low. Benefits and considerations. The keto diet has gained popularity for its potential benefits in weight loss and blood sugar control, making it useful for some individuals with conditions like type 2 diabetes. Some studies suggest it may improve insulin sensitivity and help reduce inflammation. However, it's not suitable for everyone, and there can be side effects like the keto flu-like symptoms during the initial transition into ketosis, nutrient deficiencies if not properly planned, and potential long-term health risks if followed without medical supervision. In summary, the science behind the keto diet revolves around shifting the body's primary energy source from carbohydrates to fat by inducing a state of ketosis. This metabolic change can lead to weight loss and other potential health benefits, but it's essential to approach the diet carefully and under the guidance of a healthcare professional, as it may not be suitable for everyone. Intermittent fasting. I started my journey on January 2, 2023. Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that involves alternating periods of fasting, not eating, with periods of eating. The science behind intermittent fasting revolves around how it affects the body's metabolism, hormone levels, and cellular processes. Here's an overview of the key scientific aspects of intermittent fasting. Metabolic switch. When you eat, especially carbohydrates, your body breaks down the food into glucose, which is used for immediate energy or stored as glycogen. During the fasting period of intermittent fasting, your body exhausts its immediate glucose stores and begins to rely on stored fat for energy. This process is known as fat oxidation. Fasting shifts your metabolism from primarily using glucose for energy to using stored fat, which can lead to weight loss over time as fat reserves are depleted. Insulin sensitivity. Intermittent fasting can improve insulin sensitivity. During fasting, insulin levels drop, which helps cells become more responsive to insulin when you do eat. This can potentially reduce the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Hormone regulation. Intermittent fasting can affect various hormones, such as insulin, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the hormone that regulates appetite. These hormonal changes can help control appetite and reduce overall calorie intake. Fasting also triggers the release of human growth hormone, HGH, which can play a role in muscle preservation and fat burning. Cellular repair and autophagy. During fasting, cells may undergo a process called autophagy, where they remove damaged components and recycle them for energy. This process is believed to be a part of the body's natural repair and maintenance system. Some research suggests that intermittent fasting may help protect against age-related diseases by promoting cellular repair and longevity. Weight loss and fat reduction. Intermittent fasting can create a calorie deficit, which is the primary driver of weight loss. By restricting the eating window, people often naturally consume fewer calories. It's important to note that the effectiveness of intermittent fasting for weight loss can vary among individuals, and long-term success depends on overall diet quality during eating windows. Health benefits. Some studies suggest that intermittent fasting may have various health benefits, including improved heart health, reduced inflammation, and potential longevity benefits. However, it's essential to approach intermittent fasting with a balanced and nutrient-rich diet to maximize these potential health benefits. It's important to emphasize that while intermittent fasting can offer potential benefits, it may not be suitable for everyone. Individuals with certain medical conditions or those who are pregnant, nursing, or have a history of eating disorders should consult a healthcare professional before starting any fasting regimen. The science of intermittent fasting is still an active area of research, and more studies are needed to fully understand its long-term effects and optimal protocols for various health goals. As with any dietary strategy, it's crucial to approach intermittent fasting with careful consideration of individual needs and consult with a healthcare provider if you have any concerns. Exercise is a complex physiological process that involves the coordinated efforts of various systems in the body to meet the increased demand for energy and physical activity. The science behind exercise is multifaceted and involves numerous physiological, biochemical, and biomechanical processes. Here's an overview of the key scientific aspects of exercise. Energy production. The primary purpose of exercise is to increase energy expenditure. Muscles, which are the primary tissues involved in exercise, require energy to contract and perform mechanical work. The main source of energy for muscles during exercise is adenosine triphosphate, ATP. ATP is produced through various metabolic pathways, including glycolysis, anaerobic, and oxidative phosphorylation, aerobic, depending on the intensity and duration of exercise. Carbohydrates and fats stored in the body are the primary fuel sources for ATP production during exercise. The body's ability to use these fuels efficiently depends on factors like fitness level and training status. Oxygen delivery. Aerobic exercise, such as running or cycling, relies heavily on the cardiovascular system to deliver oxygen to working muscles. The heart pumps oxygen-rich blood to the muscles through the circulatory system. The amount of oxygen consumed during exercise, known as VO2 max, is a key measure of aerobic fitness. Regular aerobic exercise can increase VO2 max, indicating improved cardiovascular and respiratory efficiency. Muscle contraction. Skeletal muscles are responsible for generating force and facilitating movement during exercise. Muscle contraction is a complex process involving the interaction of proteins, actin and myosin, within muscle fibers. During exercise, motor neurons stimulate muscle fibers to contract, leading to the production of mechanical work. Hormonal response. Exercise triggers the release of various hormones, including adrenaline, epinephrine, which prepares the body for physical activity by increasing heart rate and mobilizing energy stores. Endorphins, often referred to as feel-good hormones, are also released during exercise and contribute to a sense of well-being and reduced perception of pain. Heat regulation. Exercise generates heat, and the body must regulate its temperature to prevent overheating. Sweat is produced to dissipate heat through evaporation. This thermoregulation process helps maintain a stable internal body temperature during exercise. Muscle adaptation. Regular exercise leads to various physiological adaptations, such as muscle hypertrophy, growth, in response to resistance training, and increased cardiovascular endurance in response to aerobic exercise. These adaptations occur through processes like protein synthesis, improved neural recruitment patterns, and increased capillarization. Recovery and repair. After exercise, the body goes through a recovery phase during which it repairs damaged tissues and replenishes energy stores. Protein consumption, rest, and hydration play critical roles in post-exercise recovery. Individual variability. The body's response to exercise is highly individualized, influenced by factors such as genetics, age, gender, and training history. Training principles, including specificity, overload, and progression, guide the optimization of exercise programs for individual goals. In summary, exercise is a complex interplay of physiological processes involving energy production, oxygen delivery, muscle contraction, hormonal responses, and adaptations. The specific effects of exercise depend on factors like the type, intensity, and duration of activity, as well as individual characteristics. Understanding the science of exercise is essential for designing effective fitness programs and promoting overall health and well-being. In conclusion, if you're tired of type 2 diabetes, it's time to take action. By adopting the keto diet, incorporating intermittent fasting, and exercise into your lifestyle, you're arming yourself with powerful tools that can lead to a brighter, healthier future. Share this comprehensive video series with anyone who needs hope and guidance in their fight against type 2 diabetes. Together, we can rewrite the story of diabetes. If you found value in this video, please like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.